Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am your host, Jason Hardin, and today I am going to talk about business as usual. Seriously, we just had the elections, and I don't know who you supported, don't know who you voted for, and really don't care. The question is, what are you going to do now? If you was getting money before, I'm pretty sure you're going to try to get money now. If you wasn't doing shit before, I'm pretty sure you ain't doing shit today. So, what's going to be the difference in you to make this country, this world, your neighborhood, or even your family a better place? Even your household, what are you going to do to make things better for you? And that's what I want to talk about today. It's like, what are you going to do? Everybody, has power. Everybody has a certain amount of greatness in them. Seriously, whether they use it or not, whether they ever turn it on or not, that's on them. But everybody has the potential to do anything that has ever been done in this world. And more. That being said, there's nobody here that's not powerful. There's nobody on this earth. There's nobody that's alive that can't do great shit, that can't do powerful shit, that can't make major changes, that can't have a huge impact on life and technology and the world and society. There's nobody here that's exempt from being great. You feel me? So that being said, what are you going to do now? Knowing that you have this greatness in you, knowing that you have the ability to do anything, knowing that you have power, and the greatest power being the power to make choices and decisions for yourself, self-control, self-discipline, those are all powers. And knowing that you have that power, what are you going to do? What are you going to do now that Donald Trump has been elected? What would you have done if Kamala was elected? What would you have done if Cornel West was elected? Or Jill Stein? Or Kennedy? What would you do different? Because all I want to know is, what the fuck are you going to do for you, regardless who else does what? You see, you're not supposed to be dependent on anybody else to do anything for you to get it. Your success or greatness should not be contingent upon another motherfucker doing shit. Do you understand that? You have to know you are powerful. You have to know that you can do whatever you want, regardless who's with you, regardless who's on your team, regardless who's supporting you or not. So my question is, what are you going to do? Where are you going to make changes to improve your life? We listen to campaigns on motherfuckers saying that what they was going to do and what they was going to promise and how they was going to make this country better. Now, where's your campaign? What are you going to do to make your life better? What are you going to do to jumpstart your economy? What are you going to do to make more money? What are you going to do to help educate yourself? Help make the quality of your life better. Because we can't depend on no president, no politician to do those things for us. We have to be happy or satisfied with our lives regardless of what the fuck is going on out in the world. We are responsible for us. So what are your promises now that we have a new president? What are your promises? What are you going to keep? What are you going to do? How are you going to help the community, the neighborhood, your children, your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your spouse, your neighbors, your customers, small businesses? What are you going to do? Because that's what it comes back down to. I think a lot of us look for leaders because we're scared to take the lead. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You're never going to find leadership in your life that'll lead you where you need to where you should be. Like, you need to lead yourself. There is no other boss of you. And if you don't know what to do, I would hope you listen to somebody that got some sense. But that's not the point. The point is to do what you want to do for you. The point is to find your own definition. We have parents, and to a certain degree, it's their responsibility to help guide our thinking and our skills and our interests and our values. They kind of help shape and guide that. And sometimes if we don't know shit when we're young, they get us into sports, they take us to practice, they get us enrolled in some shit, in some classes and stuff. But that's only to find what you want to do. And if you're grown or if you never had that, then you still have to find something that's interesting to you, something that you want to do, something that gets you going, something that drives you, something positive and healthy that hopefully makes you some money, that helps you become self-sustaining. But it all comes down to what the fuck are you going to do? What are you going to make happen? What changes are you going to create? What choices are you going to change? Because no matter who is elected to what the fuck are you going to do? Is the only question you have to be always answering. What am I going to do now? I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to create this. I'm going to take this class. I'm going to go to this workshop. I'm going to get better this way. This how. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. I just want you to know and care. I want everybody out there listening to this right now to create and live their own definition of success. That's all this is about. Through positive thinking, personal development, and perseverance. That's what I'm about. Because those three things can get you anywhere you want to be in life. And not just that, it can get you there in a good way. And you'll end up in a happy place. Because whatever happens, you'll be satisfied with the process. I want you to enjoy the process of getting better. Don't dread the process just to get to rewards that aren't even going to mean so much if you didn't like the whole process. Part of the rewards of a reward is the process you took to get it. Part of the rewards of knocking somebody out in a title weight fight is knowing all that working out was for nothing. Or wasn't for nothing. All that working out led to this. All those extra push-ups, those extra workouts, the getting up in the morning, that eating right. Everything came down to you being able to knock this motherfucker out in a championship fight. So it's not just being able to knock somebody out. It's all those things, all part of the reward. The struggle that took you to get somewhere, it's part of the reward. Overcoming that, the feeling of defeating that to get where you are. To defeat this. It's all part of the reward. You have to appreciate the process. And you have to get good during the process. Appreciate it. Accept it. Swallow it. Embrace it. Be in the moment. Take it all in when it's happening. Because later on down the line, you're going to depend on everything that you've ever learned in life doing any motherfucking thing. I don't know if you've seen Life of Pi, and I've seen it once, but the most incredible thing I got from that film is that everything he went through while he was going through the biggest bullshit in his life, everything he went through, everything he thought about, the discussions he had, the motherfucking dreams that was going on, the conditions he was in, everything gave him the answers he needed to win all that money in that game show. Everything. Like, who would know that much random shit about random shit? And that was the whole question. Like, how can anybody know that much different random shit to win? was supposed to be impossible to know this much different random shit. It weren't impossible questions. Nothing didn't have an answer. There was no question that was asked that had some trick answer. It was just that if you learned one thing, or if you had an average life, you wouldn't know about every different thing that happened. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When you go through shit, that takes you out your element. When you go through shit, that takes you out your comfort zone. When you go through shit, that allows you to have to learn new ways of doing shit. New ways of seeing things. It introduces new ideas to you. You might have a problem. You didn't even know what problems before. How many of you thought a system or a process was going to be so simple, but when you started this process, all this shit started coming up that you didn't even know were problems before? That's education. That's learning. That's expanding your knowledge and broadening your horizon. All that shit that you should embrace. Every problem that comes up is a new skill. It's an opportunity for a new gift for you to take and cherish and own and be able to re-give it to somebody else in any way you see fit that would help them or you. Understand the power you have. And then tell me, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do with it? So many people are upset. And it was so sad. Like, so many people were upset about the election. And angry. But my thing is, how were you feeling before? Like, how were you feeling before? How would you feel any other way? Because I'm asking this is, what direct impact did that have on you? And if it did have a direct impact, negative or positive, how did you allow that? How did you create that? Because if it's positive, that's great. Because I didn't vote for who I didn't want to win. But I took money from all the candidates who wanted products or services. Or, you know what I'm saying? I made money through the election. I created products for campaigns and made money regardless if they won or not. And they weren't even campaigns I supported. Because regardless who wins, I'm going to get money. Regardless what's happening, I'm running a business. I'm already in or on a journey. What journey are you on regardless who the fuck? I think motherfuckers done forgot their journey. Or B, didn't have one. If you could let something like this that means nothing to you, let's just say it doesn't mean that, yeah, President, yeah, fix all our lives, but yeah, day 1, day 2, Monday and Tuesday, nothing really changed for you unless you had some stock. Unless you invested, then yeah, it was a little difference. And people did make money. But yeah, and I'm one of them. But the whole point is still, in even that instance, what did you do to make that mean something for you? And if it didn't mean shit to you, why are you tripping? Because you have to figure out, what are you going to do that's not contingent upon who the fuck is president, who's running the city, who's mayor, who's mommy, who's daddy, who cares, who gives a shit? What is your journey? What is your plan? What is your goal? Because all that shouldn't change. None of that shit should change no matter who's president, no matter who's elected, no matter who's doing anything around you. Your goals should be your goals, and your dreams should be your dreams constantly, all the time, 24/7. And because as soon as you start getting distracted with all this other shit and start caring too much about shit that doesn't matter, it's taking you away from your dreams and your goals. It's not allowing you to focus on what you should be focused on to win whatever the hell it is you want to win. And I'm only saying this because I don't want anybody I know or care about to be distracted for too long on this whole bullshit. Get over it. Get money. Make a difference, make a change, make an impact, whatever it is. Do what the hell you was doing before this messed you all up. If it messed you all up. And if you won, or if you think you won, or you voted for the person that won, still, what are you going to do? It's not like you won something and you ain't got to do shit, now you're just waiting on a Trump check. That's not happening. You see, no matter who won or what the fuck you did, you still have to do you. And I want everybody here, everybody listening, everybody watching to always remember that you need to be doing. You never distract yourself. Never allow yourself to be distracted by what's going on. There was a meme I saw, and it said, the caption was something like, the level of me minding my own business. And there was this guy mowing his lawn with a house burning in the background. There was a house on fire in the background. Full flames, whoosh. And he's mowing his lawn. That's the level of focus I want you to have on your shit. Now, I want you to be aware of what's around you. Now, if that house was next door burning and he wasn't looking or paying attention at all, that would be a problem. But it wasn't affecting him. There were people were fighting the fire. It was far enough to where it couldn't hurt him or his family. And it just didn't matter to him. Because it really didn't matter to him. It could have been entertaining, could have been exciting to watch. Yeah, he could have got more involved, could have ran over there and saw who needed help. He could have done all kind of shit, but you know what? It didn't matter to him. Because there was, no matter what he did or what he could have done, he still had to do what he had to do for him. His yard still needed to get cut. His property still needed to be maintained. You know what I'm saying? He had chores that he still needed to do. Meaning nothing stopped because that house was burning down. Nothing stopped because we had an election. Nothing stopped because it's Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday now. Nothing stopped. The only thing that can stop is you, and I don't want you to stop. I want you to keep going. Keep doing whatever it is you need to do to live the life you want to live. Because that's all I do. I'm in constant motion. Whether I'm right or wrong, whether I'm figuring it out, whether I don't know what to do next, I'm doing something. I'm just, because there's nothing that, how should I say this? There's always something to do. There's always something that could be done. And if I don't know the best thing that I could be doing, I know something on that list that should be getting done now. And that's why you should always be thinking, always be making lists, always be creating, because there should never be a moment where you don't know what to do with yourself. Even if it is just sitting down, doing nothing, visualizing the life you want, meditating, thinking, brainstorming, designing your day in your mind. But that's doing something. You could be busy as fuck doing jack shit. Doing nothing that matters. Busy as hell, not doing anything that matters. Matter of fact, taking yourself further away from your goals. Because you're wasting time and not being constructive or not being productive doing for you. Like they say, don't mistake busy for being productive. You can be busy and be unproductive. And likewise, you can just be totally still and be productive as fuck. You can be so not busy. You can be you can be damn near asleep and be getting so much done because you are putting your brain matter into it. You are visualizing how things are going to go and how you want things to be. You are designing what has to be done and what are you going to create and the decisions you're going to make. That's doing something. Like I said, to change your life, you ain't even got to move. Your life don't even have to change. To change your life, all you need is to change your mind. You could be sitting there before this episode in a fucked up place. But hear a couple things and it just enlightens you and it just changes your mind and bam, your life has just changed. You still sitting here. You sat down a fucking loser. Now you about to get up a motherfucking winner. Nothing changed but your mind. That's how quick it is. That's how easy it is. That's how simple it is. Don't put no extras on it. Don't think, oh, my life will change when I get $100,000 in the bank. Oh, my life will change when I get a new car. Oh, my life will change when I finally get a place to stay. My life will change when I get a spouse. Or my life will change when I have kids. Or my life will change. No, your life will change as soon as you motherfucking want it to. The exact fucking moment you want it to. But you have to want it to. A lot of people want life to change, but don't want anything to change in their life. That can't happen. You got to be willing to give up everything you are for everything you fucking want to be. And I can't say that any clearer, any truer, any realer. You have to be willing to give up everything you are to be everything you fucking want to be. There's some shit that just is not gonna, you're not gonna be able to get on the plane with you to success. You ever gonna go somewhere real bad and you smoke weed and you want to bring some weed with you, but you know you can't get on the plane with it? Why do you get on the plane? Because where you want to go is more important than hitting that weed. You know what I'm saying? You'll figure out how to get weed there. And I'm only saying this because I'm a real motherfucker saying some real shit that some of you motherfuckers can relate to. I relate to this shit. I'm not taking nothing on the plane that won't allow me on the plane safely and happily and enjoying my freedoms of being and getting some fucking where. I am going with nothing to be where I want to be. I don't need to take anything or anyone with me that won't allow me to get where I want to be in the position I want to be there in. I don't want to be there arrested. I don't want the police to be waiting for me at the end of the motherfucking terminal. You know what I'm saying? I want to get there. I want to be treated like royalty, if anything. I want motherfuckers handing me lays and brochures and whatever the fuck they do when they greet you in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I want parades and shit. I don't want problems. And we have to stop creating problems for ourselves. And one problem we create for ourselves is thinking we can bring all the bullshit with us to get where we really want to go. And the truth of the matter is we can't. We can't bring all the bullshit, and we can't bring all the bullshit people. Sometimes you can't even bring good people with you. There's some shit you're going to have to do by your motherfucking self. There's some places you're going to have to go by yourself to reap the rewards, the benefits of that whole situation. So meaning, no matter what, good or bad, you're going to have to be willing to give up everything you have and everything you are, good and bad, to get exactly where you want to be. And the only thing that should make you want to do that is because where you want to be is more abundant than what is right now in your mind. Because where you want to be, you see as a better place than where you are now. So if it's a better place than where you are now, why would you want to take with you the shit you have now? If you're going to go there and have more and have better and know more and life will be greater and you'll be happier and all this other great shit, why would you want to bring anything with you? Because everything you need is going to be there. If you're going to be happy and satisfied and successful and winning on your terms by your means, then what are you going to need from here? Then obviously it's over there too. Then whatever success to you is over there too. So meaning there is nothing you shouldn't be willing to give up to get where you're trying to go. And by give up, I mean bad habits. I mean vices. I mean negative people. I mean there shouldn't be anything that you want bad enough to take. To not be able to go where you want to go. That's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be anything that you want bad enough to hold you back from what you want. Otherwise, what you want ain't even really what you want. Then you live in your definition of success now. If you can't let this toxic person go, then that's where the fuck you want to be. If you can't let this fucked up mindset go, then that's where the fuck you want to be. And stop acting like you want better. That's what I'm saying. And that's some real shit. A lot of people say they want better. They don't really want fucking better. They want to say it because it's something good to say. They want to say it because they know it's a problem with where the fuck they at. They know they're ashamed of something. They know they should want more, and they don't. So they say, you know what, I'm going to have more, but you're not doing anything different to get it. Don't let that be you. If you really want some shit, don't let that be you. And if you're really happy where you are, own that shit. If you don't want to be a better motherfucker to have anything more, that's okay, but own that shit. Say I'm where I'm at, and I'm cool, I'm fine. Matter of fact, how do I sustain this? Because that's okay. I have more respect for a motherfucker who ain't shit, who's happy where he's at, than a motherfucker who's trying or says he wants to be somewhere else and you're not. Or a motherfucker who's doing great, saying he wants to do better and he's not. Like, you're not happy. That motherfucker who don't want shit and is living that way, he's happy. You know what I'm saying? Own your shit. Own your situation. Own your wants. And your wants are determined by your actions. Own your actions. Hold yourself accountable. Whatever situation you're in, own your role that you play to be in that situation. Own it. Because once you own it, you can realize, okay, if I change this will change. And now we get back to where we are. Where we started, man, making those decisions. What are you going to do? That's the whole show today. It's about what are you going to do? How are you going to make what you want to happen, regardless of who does what? We all have power. Stop thinking you don't have power. Stop thinking you need permission to use your power. Stop thinking you need permission for life to get better for you. You don't need permission for life to change. You just have to want to change your life. And it starts with changing your mind. Della Reese says, she's on my wall behind me. Change your mind and you'll change your life. Anyway, that's just a quick word. I just want to share that with y'all because, like I said, I see a lot of people in a lot of bad places right now for shit that means absolutely nothing to them. Especially if you don't know who the fuck your district representative is. If you don't know your district representative on your city council, or if you have an alderman, depending on where you live or what your county or state does, if you don't know these people, it doesn't matter to you who's president. Then you're paying attention to the wrong shit. If you care about politics, care about the motherfucker who's running for mayor, care about the people who's running for school board, care about the people who's running for a local office in your neighborhood. Because the decisions they make are going to affect you way quicker than any decision made in Washington. And I'm going to tell you, you have more influence on the shit that happens in city council than what happens in Washington. Why not be felt where your presence is felt the most? Why not go where you can make changes? Why not focus on where you can make a difference? Because nobody gives a fuck who you voting for in the presidential election. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Everybody acts like they care, but nobody really cares. I mean, in the end, what's going to happen? You got to go back to work. You got to go back to school. You got to do some shit. You got to do whatever the fuck you was going to do anyway. But if you're going to have that energy to pay attention to some shit, start locally. If you want to make a difference in policies and government, start locally. You don't even got to run for shit, but if you really want to crash course on how this shit works, run for something. Anything. School board, councilman, alderman, mayor. You don't even got to run, man. Just try to get on a commission. All you got to do is talk to some people, apply for a commission, and get in your councilman's ear. Get in any council member's ear, because you could be a commissioner for any district, living in any district in most cities. Meaning there's all kind of ways to be involved outside of just expressing your anger on social media where nobody really gives a fuck. Everybody just coming and be entertained. As a matter of fact, when you have problems, some other people are looking at it laughing at your ass. I know I do. I laugh at certain problems. I mean, I not to be mean, not to be hateful, not to be hurtful, but it's a perspective. Like, this motherfucker sees this as a problem. It's stupid motherfucker. You know, and it's just a human nature. It's not even me being mean, not even me really like judging and wanting to down that person, but you can psychologically profile people with social media. I mean, you can get into someone's mind with the shit they post. Don't post shit that doesn't represent you. Whatever you post, I don't care what, even if it's funny, sad, whatever the fuck, man, make sure it represents you. And hopefully make sure it represents the best you. Because I'm judging people all day about the shit they post. And that's why I do this show. That's why I try to address certain things that I think are problems with many of us, especially people that I care about. I don't want people that I care about being stuck on some shit that doesn't mean nothing to them if we can all be going back to business getting money. Or making our dreams come true. Something other than worrying about some bullshit we have no control over. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, I'm going to leave y'all with that. This is way too long. I didn't even mean to spend 30 minutes on this. And I was trying to hit some more points. But, man, That's really what it's about. What are you going to do? How are you going to use your power? How are you going to decide to do what's right for you? How are you going to make the best choices? What choices are you going to make? What decisions are you going to change to make you better? Now, everybody out there listening, you have just been voted the president of your life. Matter of fact, you have been voted the ultimate king dictator of your life. What are you going to do to make your life a better place? Now, all of you are presidents. Now, if your life it turns to shit, you are a shitty president. If your life didn't get nowhere, you were a bad leader. Because everybody here is a leader. Everybody listening to this is leading, is king and God of their life. What the fuck are you going to do with it? All right? Answer that and get back to me. I love y'all, man. Until next time, remember that success is indeed a lifestyle, man. This episode is brought to you by My First Hustle. Check out the book. If you got a youngster in your life that just can be inspired, might want to get into entrepreneurship, or just you want to open their mind and broaden their horizon, man, get them the book, My First Hustle. You can get it on my website, lifeofaboss.net. You can get it on madeindenver.com, or you can get it on Amazon Kindle, paperback, or ebook. Check that out. Everybody else, man, hit me with your questions, your comments, your stories, your concerns. Follow me on Twitter, MySpace. Not MySpace. You can follow me, but I probably ain't gonna never see it. But I'm pretty sure I have a profile there. But yeah, follow me, check me out. TikTok, man. I'm dropping a lot of gems on a lot of different platforms. And if you want to engage and get some of this shit for free, follow me. Alright? I love y'all. Until next time, remember that success is indeed a lifestyle. Peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And to never forget that success is a lifestyle.